Hey, this is Coach John Dunks, the Born Bub, built for theme parks, and welcome to another video from Portaventura. Now, this is a topic that I wanted to start discussing now, and then when something gets announced or details start evolving, then we can discuss it more in future videos. So I thought I'd just start the debate now. Now, I know what you're all thinking, first of all. You said there could have been a Portland's Park announcement, why is not that on yet? I haven't found the news out yet. I don't know if the announcement's been delayed or anything like that, but we're just going to get straight on with this. So, basically, if you don't know, 2020 is the 25th anniversary of Portaventura Park when it first opened, not the resort side of things when it started in June 2002. But this is the first original opening, so the original park before it got into the resort side of things. So, again, so it's 25th anniversary of Portaventura next year in 2020, and I'm sure that's going to be a big year on two different sides of the scale. So on one hand, you could have the old celebration, festival, show, etc. But on the other hand, of course, everyone thinks it could be the coaster. Now, of course, I do have some points to make about both sides of the argument, so hear me out before you comment your thoughts. That's why I always say at the end of the video, comment your thoughts, because I want you to hear me out in every single video for my points, which I know most people do from the comments. So let's start off with the first point then, which is a new roller coaster. Now, on the one hand, it's unlikely to happen because, of course, this year in 2019 we're getting a big family dart ride by ETF, Sally Corporation, and I believe Alterface are in on this, according to a source. But this is a brand new family dart ride going in the Sesamo Ventura section of the park for next year, for this year, sorry, in 2019. And of course, they're doing some hotel enhancements. Now, what we do know already for 2020 is, of course, they're expanding their Congress Centre in 2019 with a new section of the building with a large conference hall, and the completion should take place around January. So that's one thing, but of course, the big thing we're discussing is, of course, either a festival or a new coaster. Now, onto the new coaster. So, of course, I said it's unlikely because of the big family dart ride going on in 2019 on Sesamo Ventura. Again, not been named yet, so when that news comes out, I'll bring it to you on the channel. However, of course, it is likely because this is excluding Ferrari Land, but in the Portaventura Park, they haven't had a thrill coaster since 2012, or any coaster in the Portaventura Park, the original park, since 2012, and that was, of course, the B&M Hyper, which everyone is raving about. Shambhala Expedition Al Himalaya. That is way at the top of my bucket list coasters. I really want to get out to Portaventura. It's a park that I haven't yet done. I know a few of my friends have done it before, and they've really enjoyed it, so it's a park I'm really wanting to get out to Spain to do. Especially, not just for Shambhala, but for Ferrari Land, Dragon Khan, Hurricane Condor. We'll see how good of a drop tower that is. My top drop tower is Apocalypse at Drayton Manor. So we'll see how much Hurricane Condor tops Apocalypse, which I hope it does. I hope it, it backs up the hype. Again, the same with Shambhala. I hope that's a brilliant coaster. I would love to get out there in the not too distant future to Portaventura and try all that out. So, again, that goes on the point of they haven't had any kind of coaster in the main Portaventura Park since Shambhala opened back in 2012 on the 13th of May? The 14th of May, my apologies. The 14th of May 2012 was the opening day of Shambhala. So, what I've done is I've used the Portaventura app and I've actually screenshotted a site where I think the new coaster could go. So, on your screen now, so that is the plan that I came up with, and this basically is a site. This from the looks of it, you can see it's some kind of launch coaster. Now, of course, that doesn't have to be the layout. I just drew my own layout. It could be a completely different layout, but that's where I think it should go. So the station, of course, is opposite Angkor, which is Europe's longest splash battle, opened back in 2014. God, I can't be saying 2014, 5 years ago. So the station would be opposite Angkor on the grass field, and the coaster would actually intertwine in the Chinese area with Shambhala. and of course there would be a helix section, as you can see, round the back, sort of next to the opposite angle to the other side, if you know what I mean. The helix would be on that side. Of course there is a turnaround section over like a road, so of course that would have to come into play, but it would be nice driving under a coaster. Driving under a helix, it means you're in Portaventura. So that's sort of my interpretation of a layout for a launch coaster, either Mack or Intamin. I don't care which one, both of them are brilliant, so I don't mind which one they'd go with, because both of them would be brilliant. I think they'd probably go more on the Intamin route, because that's what Europeans are going for at the minute. Park Asterix is going for it. We know Busch Gardens over in America's doing it. At Williamsburg, Virginia, they're going for that. We know China went for Intamin with Soaring with Dragon. So Intamins are all around the world, and of course Mack have had their fair share around the world. Icon at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, the Flash, which is over at Lure Adventure in China, and of course over away from the UK and China, in America with Copperhead Strike at Carowinds coming this year, and of course Star Trek Operation Enterprise that opened a couple of years ago now, at Movie Park Germany. So again, you can see the kind of, there's not much difference between Mack and an Intamin, so I wouldn't mind which one they go for, but I think the main type of coaster we'd see on that site would be a launch coaster. Now, fair enough if you found a different site for a coaster at Portaventura, or you think a coaster should get removed, not RMC'd, but removed for a coaster, then comment down below. Now, of course, the other route they can go for is, of course, the more traditional route for an anniversary, especially a 25th, which is the new shows and festival route. Now, I think if they were going to go with this, I'd be predicting between 7 to 11 new shows. I'd be predicting a hell of a lot of new shows. But not just that, I'd be predicting some big upgrades to Portaventura Halloween, and sort of keep the 25th anniversary going on around there. But of course, a big thing that I discovered back in 2012 when I first started studying Portaventura, yes, I do study theme parks. So one of the big things I found when studying Portaventura back in 2012 in the first place, when I first learned about the construction of Shambhala and studying the rest of the park, is an event that they had during the summer months, and this is Noches Blancas, which is their White Nights event. Now, they operated this, as far as I know, in 2012. Comment down below if they've operated this in future years, but 2012 is the only one that I was notified of. I'm sure they would have done it in a couple more years, but I would love to see Noches Blancas return bigger and better than ever for the 25th anniversary next year in 2020. I think whether it's involved in the new coaster or it's just new shows and festivals, either one of the A and B options for 2020 at Portaventura, I think whatever the costs, Noches Blancas hopefully should be coming back in 2020. Hopefully, fingers crossed, because that looks an incredible event. New shows all around. I believe Bang Bang West. I think that's the name of the show. I can't remember. I think it might be just Bang Bang. But again, comment down below if you know basically what the show is. But I know that's a Wild West themed show going on in Far West. That was on in Noches Blancas. That was bigger and better than ever. They had loads of stages on. They had different, not like cultural festivals, but they had like international shows that looked fantastic. And I think if you close Furious Baco an hour before each time, maybe, or actually, to be fair, you can use a section of the lake that isn't occupied by any supports of Furious Baco. I would love to see like a new nighttime lake show in the Mediterranean section on the lake where Furious Baco's some of Furious Baco's track elements are. I'd like to see like a nighttime show, kind of like what Futuroscope are, the kings of shows and technology and shows. But I'd love to see like a Mediterranean show, nighttime lake show with a story, loads of different water effects. Think Aquanura F-Telling when that debuted back in 2012, like Noches Blancas did. You sort of look at Aquanura with the effects that they put on over at F-Telling in the Netherlands, and you sort of see that as a launch platform for Portaventura to say, hey, let's do our own lake nighttime show in the Mediterranean lake, in the Mediterranean lagoon. So I do feel as if there's a million different possibilities they can go with this. I think with Portaventura Halloween, I think they do a few new scare mazes, really theme it up, and I do feel as if that is the way forward for Portaventura. So thank you very much then. Make sure you comment down below your thoughts on what you think Portaventura will do for the 25th anniversary. I've seen many comments about different anniversaries of different parks saying that this is a park that won't celebrate the anniversary of the coaster, and you're right in some respect, but you never know, they could pull something completely out of the bag. You never know. So thank you very much for watching this video, guys. Again, take all points into account, and I hope to see you guys commenting on the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss a video. My name is Coaster Chal, keep living the coaster up, dudes, and I'll see you guys in the next video soon. Take care, have an awesome day, my friends.